So when it comes to messages and DMs that we get, almost everybody wants to know about these tiers. And I know that this isn't on the show sheet, but I want to go through a few positions and I want you guys to tell me who's higher in that tier on your list.
We're playing one of those games. Okay.
Yeah, let's play one of those for a second.
Right.
We already talked about Dak and Russell Wilson. Who's higher, Dak or Russ? Well, first, do you have them in the same tier?
They're in the same tier.
All right, who's higher?
Dak.
I'll go Russ.
You had to go Russ because he went Dak. Although
No.
I agree with you.
But remember,
I take Russ too.
I've also had my concerns.
You're taking Russ now, but earlier you would have taken Dak.
No, I still would have taken. Remember, I've always had my concerns about Dak.
Yeah.
I've always had my concerns about Dak. I still have those concerns.
Yeah.
It's not these current concerns. I feel like the injury is going to be something that's going to be water under the bridge. But the other things, I don't think he's going to run as much. I mean,
He doesn't need to run.
I've talked about it before.
He doesn't
I've talked
need to
about
run.
it before.
That's the thing. He doesn't need to run.
I want my
never
quarterback
did
to run. I feel like Russ is going to run a fair amount, and that new offense that they're going to implement, I think, is going to benefit him quite a bit. They're going to be very, I don't want to say formidable, but they're going to be a lot more consistent and put up a lot more points, in my opinion. Yeah. Again, this is all opinion based. Nobody knows what's going to happen. So if I was to choose, I would take Russ.
I don't know. I feel like the Dallas Cowboys defense is worse than the Seahawks defense. And see, this is why I don't like these questions, because now it makes it sound like I didn't like Russ. And literally, that was like,
no, it doesn't.
we go back to our very first episode. I love the Seahawks.
No, you're choosing between one.
Yeah, if I got to choose, I'm going with Dak.
Yeah.
All right, J.K. Dobbins or David Montgomery?
You want to take that?
Gosh, he's hitting us, huh?
Those are pretty good questions. If I'm on the clock right now,
I'm taking Dobbins.
True serum. Drafted
right now, I'm taking David Montgomery.
I'm taking Dobbins.
JK definitely got the most talent.
See, I'm
surprised. I'm taking David Montgomery.
I think Dobbins has the most talent.
I'm surprised.
I think Montgomery has a better. I think
JK of course has. That's what I'm saying.
You just said Montgomery has.
I said JK has. See, you trying to start.
Oh, I thought you.
I said JK has the most talent.
I thought. Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Who's
with
behind David Montgomery?
Damian Williams.
Oh, that's true.
And then an injured Tariq Cohen.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said,
Cohen
you're picking guys.
Montgomery has like that true 3-down upside.
No, he has that situation, like a very good situation. Yeah. You're literally picking guys that I would almost split hairs. Like if I did two drafts, if I was in the same situation, one I would take Montgomery, the other one I would take Dobbins.
The only reason why I wouldn't take Dobbins is because I'm really high on Gus Edwards. I think Gus Edwards is just as good as J.K. Dobbins.
That's ridiculous. All right, but this is the problem with J.K. Dobbins is where he's going.
It's so easy to pass on
J.K. Dobbins. It's so easy to pass.
I mean,
Montgomery
falls
into the fourth.
Yeah, Montgomery's going like maybe about 6 picks after, maybe even a round after. So value.
That's still the same tier though.
Yeah, no, same tier, yes. But Dobbins, in my mind, he's positioned in that tier, the right place. Because again, I have him over Montgomery. Yeah. But I can understand the argument for Montgomery.
He's one of those weird like RBs like that I would consider like a dead zone RB.
Who, Montgomery?
No. Well,
Dobbins
for sure.
The dead zone starts early for you then, like real early.
Well, there's certain like ones that, like I cherry pick because of his just role, his lack of role.
Gotcha.
Now I could absolutely be wrong, so I think I've gotten a few shares of him falling to the fourth.
Speaking on the Ravens, and I'll just implement a little bit of dynasty stuff in here. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows Justice Hill, former running back for Oklahoma State. They had high hopes for him. I think he was taken in the 3rd or 4th round, maybe about 3 years ago. He just, for some reason, has not been able to stay healthy in the past. He came into this season. They had high hopes for him again. He's injured now. One guy, it's actually 2 guys. I forget the second guy's name. I wish I remembered it. But one guy that stood out to me personally is Tyson Williams. So it's a dynasty guy, a running back you can kind of pay attention to. He's looked good as far as camp. He's produced numbers in preseason. The coaches have talked him up. So just somebody to consider. But looking at the Rams, the Ravens backfield, I don't really see a passing down back there.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
So because I don't see a passing down back, to me, out of all the options, Dobbins is the one that's going to fit that role. And I think that's going to make his value a lot higher because I think we'll value him now as if he's not getting a lot of passing work.
They haven't historically had a passing
Right. No, I agree. They've had.
Mark Ingram wasn't really.
Yeah, Ingram really wasn't. They haven't done it much either, but I don't know. I just see if they do
Do we
give
have
him
time
pass
for one
work.
more?
Sure,
Do we have time for one more?
We got time for one more.
All right. Who do you take? Aiyuk or Dionte?
Dionte Johnson?
Mm-hmm. No. Yeah. Dionte Johnson. I don't know what I was thinking.
Oh, I love Aiyuk, but I'm taking Dionte. That's not to me.
I'm taking Dionte too, man.
I'm taking Dionte. Oh, I love.
And
Dionte.
I love Aiyuk.
Even with the easy schedule that Ayuk has towards the end of the season.
To me was not. When I talk about easy schedule, I'm not looking at it from like a wide receiver standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
That's just too hard because we say easy schedule. Okay, he's playing the Texans, but then if he sees Bradley Roby, that ain't an easy. That ain't people like to shit on the Texans for the most part, but they don't. There's some players, especially at the corner. That's like our one good corner, and he was a shutdown corner last year. Go back.
They got Desmond King now. He's pretty solid.
Yeah. So, but I was just more from like an overall team standpoint. But I really do like Brandon Aiyuk. He's somebody that I've been like actually targeting quite a bit. He's one of those guys that has moved up, but I've been okay paying that price, that 5th round price.
I like Aiyuk a lot.
Yeah,
though.
I really do.
And I actually think Aiyuk is going over Dionte at the moment. Which means I can't take Aiyuk because I'd be taking Dionte instead.
Yeah, they both have a lot of high. They both have like high upside. Maybe Aiyuk has the higher upside because potentially less. But I don't know. That's a tough. But it definitely give me Dionte.
The thing about it is, we know Dionte can be the main target getter for the Steelers. Mm-hmm. With the 49ers, we can't guarantee it's going to be Aiyuk because it could be Kittle, it could be Debo.
Well, it could be. I don't know if I want to go that far. It could be Claypool. It could be Juju.
It'll be Aiyuk.
No. What I'm saying,
outside of Kittle, it's gonna be Aiyuk.
What I'm saying is we've seen it be Dionte at the Steelers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen it be Aiyuk for the 49ers.
You mean when all three on the field together?
Yeah.
We haven't seen it, but
we haven't seen it yet. So we know Dionte can be that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he will.
This is the other thing too I like about Dionte is that because we know the offense is going to look a little bit different. And yes, I understand it's preseason, but when they did go to like kind of a 2 wide receiver set, kind of 12 personnel type look, Dionte was the one on the field, and that's what I assumed. But it's nice getting that confirmation.
I mean, Big Ben has his eyes on Dionte, man. Like
we were on that. Like if I'm going to take I don't like doing the victory lap things because there's just so many variables that go into play. Sometimes it's just luck. Sometimes it's just you randomly hopped on a guy. But Dionte was just one guy that we were just like infatuated with last year. Him and Will Fuller. Will Fuller to me was more for situation.
Will Fuller did not get suspended, man.
Yeah,
he would have smashed.
Yeah, it was a lot of the situation, but we like his talent. But it was more situation for me. But we loved where he was going. But Dionte, I mean, he was just he was someone that I think checked all the boxes as just being like a true wide receiver one in terms of separating his skill set. And I'm not worried at all about the drops and just his quarterback just really kind of eyeing in on him and targeting him. So we can see we maybe haven't seen his upside, his ceiling just yet.